Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with the FX Market Insight for Wednesday, the 26th of May. All right, now we're right in the balance of the week. You know, the dollar sort of teetering, trading sideways. We're waiting for that next layer of direction to come from hopefully the US data. Now, that doesn't start till tomorrow. But you know what? There wouldn't have been much to sort of tell you outside of that, except we had the RBNZ cash rate decision. Now, we had the Bank of Canada mention how they were changing their forward guidance, potentially raising interest rates in 2022 instead of 24, bringing that forward 2 years. And we saw dollar CAD shoot down 150 points almost on the day, and then slowly dribble down about another 300 or a couple of hundred points after that. Now, the RBNZ have joined the party. Now, this has completely caught the market off guard, right? And all they've done is they said they're going to keep the stimulus in the economy for some time, see inflation go. But the key part to it was they expect to raise rates by June 2022, right? So the Kiwi, I mean, this is the same. The impact of that is the same as an interest rate hike immediately, right? That's the way the market factors it in. So you can see here the Kiwi just banging away. Now, Aussie and Kiwi have been trading heavy, right? So the market's short. This is a bit of a double whammy, and I don't know how far up the Kiwi goes, but a move from 72.30 up to, well, actually, let's just have a look exactly what we've got. Okay, so, well, what's the high there? Let me just drop that down. 73.13, well, 82 points on the button there, but that's caught the market completely off guard. Right, it's one of those left field events, and what I'm trying to reiterate is this goes to show now with all the central bank meetings and me being one of the culprits, we've got to start paying attention and prepare for changes and adjustments to their statement, because that's where the big moves are coming from. This is a great sign, right? The Fed are in action. The Bank of Canada has already signaled they'll be doing things, so the numbers become there's an outcome or a meaning for the numbers now. The RBNZ. Now, when you look at the rest of the currencies, the Aussie's gone with it. These two pairs, Aussie and Kiwi, correlate about 98% of the time. So Kiwi shot to the top side, and Aussie's just gone with it, just as a bit of a bipartisan move. You know what I mean? Check out the rest of the pairs though. So look at the crazy sideways movement there in sterling. And I tell you what, this trend line here, this green one in euro, is a big trend line. It's gone up, it's come back down, it's sitting there above it. To me, euro looks set for another pop to the top side, right? And you can see the dollar, I know as much as it's trading sideways now, but the trend has been down. Dollar Swiss, dollar index, well, you can say dollar yen, but it's now drifting sideways in a bigger range, as is dollar CAD, right? So focusing on the pairs that have clear direction, Aussie, Kiwi, and euro is the big pair. Now, this is where you got to piece it together. Right, I'm sort of looking for opportunities here on particularly on the euro and the dollar. So Aussie and Kiwi have got sort of places to go. Now, we've got durable goods. It's not until tomorrow, which is a bit of a shame because we get weak durable goods numbers here. Aussie and Kiwi are an easy trade to the top side. It'll run. Now, if those numbers are strong, it counteracts the recent move following the RBNZ. Euro will move on these US numbers, right? So, and there's the second GDP estimate there as well, which is another important one. And don't forget the jobless claims number, but this is all tomorrow. So what do we got to do today? Well, it's all in the balance, and the week will play out as it will do. Now, right now in the Asian session, US equity futures, okay, up. It's not massive, but I tell you what, it's enough to give it a bit of a risk on profile. The dollar block up, the dollar down. The ranges here, just bear this in mind, the ranges on the day through Asia have been somewhat muted, obviously, except for Kiwi, which has gone up 82 ticks. The rest of the pairs are up about 8, 6, 10 points. So don't get super excited. The US Treasuries, a little bit mixed, okay? We are in a holding pattern just at the moment as far as the US dollar is concerned. We've got clear direction for the Kiwi. Do you buy dips at this stage? I don't know, because the technical setup of Kiwi was so negative. This has blown that apart, but I don't know if it's going to have a follow-on effect like at the Bank of Canada, who were much more convincing in their statement that they were really moving forward with the trying to cool the economy down. So it's a bit of an interesting one as we come into the European session, and there's no major data coming out. So we've got nothing to work with as far as where's momentum going to come from, right? The only thing you can do is keep an eye on the various news platforms. You can keep up to date with what's going on, the major influences on some of these currencies. The rest of the time, they're just making up articles here to fill the space because there's nothing happening just at the moment. But come Thursday, we should see the dollar kick into gear if those durable goods, the second GDP estimate and jobless claims are somewhat variant, right? That's where the action's going to be. So right now, you know what? If you weren't on the Kiwi straight away, you've missed it. So don't worry about that. You've now got to wait for the Kiwi to come back and we reassess. This is a short-term momentum spike. Nothing you can really do with it just at the moment. Same with the Aussie. Euro seems to be the pair which wants to go higher, right? We just need weaker US numbers and we get the trade. There's your cash for the week. All right, guys, have a good one. Cheerio.